Hello everybody, Shady here from MMORPG.com, and this is the first look video of Spiral Knights. This is actually in the Steam free-to-play store. It is a game from 3 Rings, who have actually, as of November 17th, been purchased by Sega, so they're now going to be working with them. Nice little tidbit there. And don't forget, before we get started here, to rate, comment the video. And as always, if you want to know more about the game itself, we got a link for you down in the description. So, that being said, let's go ahead and log on here. You can see it uses your Steam account, and I do already have a nice little character here. Let's go ahead and get a new one. So, you have all of 3 choices of helmet. Let's go ahead and go with little mohawk guy here. And armor, we have 3 choices of armor as well. Let's go ahead and keep 0. And then we have 7 choices, again counting the 0 for design. Let's go with red, because it's awesome. I'll make our personal color yellow. Woo! We look like, yeah, I don't know what we look like. Let's name this Shady Games. The games! Alright, let's log in here. Creating our knight. We are going to load into the tutorial level, I believe. Alright, and we're back. Well, for you it's been like half a second, but for me, I completed the tutorial. Nobody cares about the tutorial, it's boring. The game is very simple at its surface, and all the tutorial really teaches you to do is how to move around and attack stuff. But welcome to Haven. So this is your central hub. You got your auction house up here, you got all your people standing around. This is where you can purchase everything. You can go into the training hall there. You got your bazaar over here where you can buy all your recipes and stuff to make armor. But we are going to come up here to the arcade. We're going to get some action going. So at its surface, Spiral Knights is a very cartoony, very simple to understand dungeon crawler. I mean, basically the entire game revolves around coming into here, and you have all your little platforms, woohoo! And we'll just pick a random platform here. You step on, and you have tier 1, 2, and 3. As you level up, obviously you'll get to the higher tiers, and you can join parties, you can start a party, invite only, all that good stuff. Go ahead and set open to all, because it'll actually speed things up if we get some people to jump in. And the game makes it very easy. You just walk up to one of these platforms. You can stand here in this little waiting area. You can switch out your gear over here if you got extra gears. Or, just kind of hang out and wait for other people to jump in. You got your energy guy over here. And this brings up another point. If you look down here in the bottom right, you have energy. And as it is with a lot of free-to-play games, energy can be bought on the market system. You can buy it for real money, or a nice little bonus, you can buy it with in-game money. So you can actually earn energy. And energy, if you see at the top here, it actually costs 10 energy to descend into levels. So at most, you can do 10 levels a day with just your set energy. And energy itself recuperates over a 24-hour period. So if you play through all your levels and you're done for the day and you log on tomorrow, you'll be all set to go. And you can see already, woohoo, Levo's jumping in. And this right here is another feature that was actually just added into the game recently. You can swap out your gear. This way, like if Levo here was just joining my party and he realizes, oh crap, we're in like some dungeon I wasn't prepared for, he'll just walk over here and swap out his gear and he can be all set. But we're both level 1, I think. I have no idea. There's not really levels in the system, it's more based on gear. I'm not sure if I can, yeah, let's inspect them here. And yeah, he's got a bunch of level 1 gear, so we're both a bunch of newbies. We got no idea what's going on. And just walk up here and start punching stuff. Aw, yeah. I gotta say, the variety of monsters and everything in this game is awesome. There's like so many different things in here. And they got all different kinds of, like, they got robot zombies like you see here. They've got fire zombies, frost zombies. Like every kind of zombie you could have ever imagined is in this game, and then they got all kinds of different robots. It's very it's very interesting character design that they went with. You go around, you see everything's dropping these weird orbs and what's called crowns. Crown is actually the money system. You can see up here, it's got the little crown symbol. And this is a very friendly dungeon crawler. All money and all what is called heat, those are the little orbs that are dropping, is split. Whoops, I blew that up. It's all split among everybody in the dungeon. You can't loot whore, you can't steal anything from people. It's all split evenly, and it's very friendly. I mean, it's very newbie friendly. There's not a lot of harassment or anything going on in the game. It's all about jumping in with random people, and we have to figure out what we did wrong because we didn't open the gate. Oh man. There we go, there's the button. And we're gonna go through here. You see, there are some interesting puzzle solving aspects. They have keys that you have to find to unlock some gates. Other ones have hidden buttons. You can see you can do a little spin here. Then you got these, which will open some gates, and then you'll see if you hit it. Oh, never mind, that one didn't actually do it. Normally if you hit those, it'll actually close the gate behind you. So a lot of those keys will actually kind of open and close gates at the same time. So you gotta be careful when you hit them, because if you hit the wrong ones, you can actually lock yourself into places with a bunch of monsters where your teammates aren't at, and get yourself killed. But yeah, you use energy to get into the levels, and then you have what's called heat. You can see down at the bottom, the little spiral thingy. As we collect heat, that'll actually fill up, and that's what upgrades all of your weapons and armor. So at the end of the level, if we ever get there, you'll see a nice little level complete thing, and it'll have little bars that levels everything up. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. And also, like you saw that gray thing pop up over his head. I did not actually get that, even though I think I was the one who ran over it. Those are all evenly distributed, or actually I think randomly distributed through party members. So it can be kind of annoying at times when you'll see like really rare items drop. And oh my goodness, okay, that's a lot of people, and my buddy isn't here. Come on, buddy. It can be annoying when you see a bunch of like rare drops and your teammate will get them all. But then, oh gosh, I just made more things spawn. And then you'll get like the crappiest stuff, like these little gray bolts, which are basically worthless and don't do anything. And all those materials can be used, actually, I forgot to mention, they can be used to make weapons and armor, which is the whole point of them dropping. It's not too big of a deal though, because from what I've found, I've played a few hours of this game, and from what I've found, most of the time you can just buy stuff in the auction house for a lot cheaper than it would actually be to just run through dungeons and try to collect it. I love these crystals. You hit these little crystals and they just pop out everywhere. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Awesome. And this game is strange, like it's the strangest addicting game. I don't know if it's just the fact that it's a dungeon crawler that makes it addicting, but I mean, I first got this game and I was like, oh man, like I was like, it's just some cartoony thing, like exactly like I was saying before. It's just MapleStory, and it's just a dungeon crawler, and it's gonna be a bunch of little kids running around. But honestly, I have talked to, like, they have voice chat and everything in the game, and there's actually a lot of, I mean, mature, grown people that just play this game, because simply for the fact that there's not a huge competition. And, I mean, you don't have to worry about people stealing all your loots or calling you a noob. Or it's just, you come in, you do some dungeons, you mess around, you do your little twirly spins, and you just have fun. And it has been a long time since I've played a game where it's just been about fun. And it's been all lighthearted and carefree. And has actually been enjoyable, as opposed to like, oh god, this game was designed for children. I regret everything I've been doing up until this moment. Which is good. I am very happy to see a game accomplish this. Especially considering dungeon crawlers, it feels like if it's not Diablo, like with the whole Diablo 3 thing coming out, it feels like if it's not Diablo, then people just won't play it. They'll just compare it to Diablo and say it's not good enough, and they'll just refuse to play it. So, I mean, the free-to-play aspect of it, you know, brings people in who probably wouldn't play it otherwise, and the gameplay actually keeps you involved. As soon as we find this gate. Where in the world are we supposed to go? Okay, hang on. Do we have a map? Can Can I open? What are we doing right now? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm lost. I think we were supposed to go up right here, and instead we went back to the old area. Yeah, we hit all those switches and then we never went up. So you do have to actually kind of pay attention, apparently, in the game. And you'll see right there, like that party button, everybody has to stand on it, and then the gate behind you pops up. So if anything you left back there, it's just kind of lost. You're not going to get it back. You go through here. And you'll see here it gives you the option. It's like, okay, you can either split up, and you can both take a path, or you can do what's probably more intelligent, and just do one path at a time. And oh my goodness. Okay, let's get this guy. Try to run through here before all those boxes respawn. Oh, because I think they hurt if they respawn on you. And we went the wrong way because the button's on the other side. We are just pro at this game, man. But, I mean, it's nice because it doesn't even matter. It's like no one's calling me an idiot because I walk down, you know, the wrong side of the path. They're just like, okay, run around and go get it. No big deal. Oh, also, these little majiggers up here. You can actually pull these out. These little elixir thingies and whoop, chuck them at things. They'll explode. They'll do a nice little AoE blast, have an effect on enemies. Awesome. Just a little extra thing that not a lot of games include, especially dungeon crawlers. They don't really have usable drops in the game. And you'll see here, up here, heat actually leveled up all our gear. And we got a little prize wheel for making it through the level. We got a little heart right there. Awesome. And we move on to depth 2. Loading screens, they are so fun. Helping tips for everyone. Alright. And this little thingy here, you can't actually, it's so that you can't go into the level. They got a little force field, so you can't go into the level, scout around, and then come back and switch your gear. You actually kind of have to do it beforehand. And oh, it's a little chipmunk! Oh, they're adorable and vicious. Vicious chipmunks are the most adorable chipmunks. I think these are actually wolvers, I think is what their name is, but I don't care. They're gray. They have little fuzzy tails. They look like chipmunks. And yeah, I wanted to show you guys this. Hui! See that? Wait, did that do? I don't know if that did anything. I think he hit him first. And you also saw back in the other level, I collected that giant crystal. Oh my goodness, enemy spawning out of nowhere. Oh man, and you see somebody else just jumped in. It's like, hey, come on in. Come on and join the party. Killing a bunch of googly monsters. Little jelly goobers. Throwing little jelly goober spikes. That's what we're doing. Yeah. So I don't know, I mean, it's the kind of game, I guess my final thoughts for this for you guys, I'll kind of wrap this up. I don't want to go through a whole nother level for you. It'll probably take a little while. It's about, I'd say at the longest, levels take maybe 20 minutes if you mess something up or if you die multiple times. At its shortest, you can probably burn through a level if you don't bother looking for hidden treasures. If you just want to get to the end of it and get to like a boss level or something, you can probably get through a level in like 5 minutes. I mean, pretty easily. But you can see right here I'm wasting time. I should be hitting this guy who's healing everybody. And I'm just kind of not doing that at all. But if you don't make mistakes, you can burn through them really, really quick. The problem with that is, of course, the energy. I mean, you can only play a certain amount of levels a day. So they really, I mean, it really encourages you to actually explore and get the most out of every level, which I do actually like. And we have a full party now. Awesome. But anyways, back to final thoughts. The game itself is very based upon, I guess how competitive you are and how into dungeon crawlers you are. Because if you don't like dungeon crawlers, you're not going to like this game. I mean, it's that simple. There's nothing that Spiral Knights is going to do that says, hey, if you didn't like dungeon crawlers before, you're totally going to love them now. Because it is, at its core, and I mean, at its front, it's a very upfront dungeon crawler. I mean, you can't really get around that fact. If you don't enjoy plowing through dungeons and looking for gear, then I mean, you're just simple as that. You're not going to enjoy the game. However, if you do enjoy running through with parties, I mean, you can obviously bring as many friends as you want in. The enemies all scale with the amount of people that are in the level. So, I mean, as you can see, they spawn as you go through the level. So if you start out with 1 person and you end with 4, the enemies are constantly spawning as you're walking up to certain points, and it takes into account how many people are there, and then, you know, accounts for how many enemies should spawn. And here we have a challenge room. Awesome! I'm going to show you guys this real quick while I do my final thoughts again. Challenge rooms have a giant party button in the middle, and they are generally really hard to do. Like you can see, those boxes are all going to respawn, and this is going to be just crazy to attempt. Lots of enemies, and the reward for it is huge, but you can also die a lot, which costs energy to respawn. So you can mess it up pretty bad at the same time. In this one, you want to try to keep the walls up. Alright, we'll try to do that. But another thing I want to say is, if you have played dungeon crawlers before, if you've played games like WoW or Guild Wars or anything where it's very focused on, like the PvE aspect is very focused on going into dungeons with people, and you've been one of those people who has to put up with loot whores, or you've been yelled at for not tanking the right enemy, etc, etc, and you just got fed up with it and quit, but you want a game where you can just go into dungeons and have fun, this is absolutely it. I mean, it's just friendly. I mean, that's the point of it. It's a very casual game. It does take dungeon crawlers in kind of a new level, because you don't see a lot of dungeon crawlers that are just like, hey, have fun. A lot of them are, hey, get this item, or learn this strategy, or learn how to defeat this boss, and so on and so on. And it can be very frustrating for people who just want to log in for an hour a day and just want to kill stuff, like cute little butterflies, and they just want to hit them in the face with a sword. If that's you, then you'll absolutely love Spiral Knights. But I mean, it is a very basic game. You just got your gear crafting, you've got your basic party system, your basic loot system, all that good stuff, your auction house. So don't come into it thinking that, oh my god, you're going to make a living off of playing this game, or you're going to go pro or anything. Just come into it and try to have fun. But yeah, that's it. Oh god, I got a health capsule here. Yay. That's it for this one, guys. This has been the first look at Spiral Knights. Again, don't forget to rate the video. Don't forget to comment on the video. Let me know what you think about it. If you do play it, definitely let me know, because this is actually the first look that I've done where I actually play the game. I'm not just doing the first look and then going to uninstall it off my system because it was awful, which is what I've done with every first look video before this one. It's been interesting, but this one I really enjoy it. I'm definitely going to be playing it, so try to catch me in game, guys, if you can. And as I said before, if you're not sure if you want the game yet or not, you want some more information on it, we got that link down there in the description box. It's just waiting for you to click it. It's like, hey, Shady doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Come down here, click me, find out what the game actually is about. So that is it, guys. I will see you on the next MMO Bomb First Look.